I think every day we get phone calls from potential clients feeling that they've been harassed at work and looking for advice regarding workplace harassment. We get two big questions that follow with regards to harassment when they call us. The first question is harassment at work unlawful? That they feel that they've been subjected to a hostile work environment. And the second question is, what type of attorney do you need if you do feel like you've been harassed? It's important to note, a lot of times I have to talk to the clients about the fact that it's unlawful for an employee to be subject to harassment based off a certain class or characteristics. So obviously harassment based off of sex, gender, race, disability. Comments that are harassing in nature because of one's gender or one's race or one's disability under California law is unlawful, and that an employer can't subject an employee to a hostile work environment based on that type of harassment. When an employee feels that they've been harassed, it's important for them to go to a firm that has specific expertise regarding identifying whether or not the conduct that they're being subjected to is in fact unlawful. Unfortunately, it's not unlawful to work for a bad employer, an employer that does harass employees, that yells and screams at employees, that makes employees cry. Shockingly, that's not necessarily unlawful. What you have to do is find an attorney that can articulate for you why the harassment that you're being subjected to is unlawful harassment. You might ask questions. Does the supervisor target a specific class of people? Does he only yell and scream at Hispanics? Does he only ask women in the office to go to lunch with him or ask about their marital status and whether or not they're happy in their marriage? Whether or not the supervisor only started to make comments that were harassing once you informed the supervisor that you needed surgery, or that you have a work restriction that prevents you from doing a certain amount of work, and he makes harassing comments about that. And so while it's not necessarily unlawful in California to be subjected to harassment, it is unlawful for that harassment to be based off a protected class. And again, it's important to hire an attorney or to find an attorney to be able to slow down the process and articulate, listen, this type of harassment is unlawful. Or for that attorney to have an honest conversation with you and saying, I don't think it's necessarily unlawful. It's unfortunate and it's unfair, but it might not be unlawful. But before you get to that question, it is important for you to find a qualified attorney to walk you through those steps. If I can answer any of your questions regarding what's going on at work, please just reach out to us, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.